Sometimes the best adventures are the ones you don't really plan. With my friend, we decided to go to the cottage, just on a whim. We left early in the morning, just chasing the feeling of fall. The drive itself was charming. Trees just beginning to turn, and the sky painted soft blue with scattered clouds. On the way, we stumbled upon Carmel Farms, all dressed up for October. Pumpkins everywhere, bright mums in bloom, baskets of produce, and even the chance to feed the animals for a couple of dollars. It felt festive and warm, the kind of stop you don't expect, but you're so glad you made. The air smelled like apples and cinnamon. They bake pies and pastries every day, really fresh and delicious. They also have shelves full of homemade jams, maple syrup, eggs, milk, and cold cuts, all fresh and locally sourced. It felt like stepping back in time to a simpler, sweeter world. When we arrived at the cottage, it was pure peace. Our friend's cottage is about 3 hours north of Toronto, in the Haliburton area. The picture there was completely different. Carpet of fallen leaves, trees dressed in soft golds, deep reds, and warm embers. The lake lay still, like a sheet of glass mirroring the sky. Everything was calm, quiet, and breathtakingly beautiful. We had a bite to eat, and we decided to go to Haliburton for a walk. The drive was gorgeous, winding through forests and hills touched by autumn's brush. Our first stop was Skyline Park. The view from above was breathtaking. The lake and the forest below looked like a living painting. Due to the unusually warm September, the trees were not in their full autumn attire yet, but it was very beautiful. We walked in the forest, saw charming cottages, and wished we could spend more time in the cottage countryside. It was after 5 p.m. when we strolled through the quiet streets of Haliburton. We had hoped to visit Castle Antiques Cafe, but it was closed. Next time, we promised ourselves. As we wandered along, we couldn't resist glancing at the real estate listings in the windows. Cozy cottages, lakeside retreats, and charming country homes. Each photo seemed to whisper of slower days, quiet mornings by the lake, and nights under a sky full of stars. A walk along Head Lake in Rotary Park was exactly what we needed to end the day. The sun was slowly sinking behind the trees, casting a warm, golden glow over the water. The surface of the lake shimmered like glass, reflecting the colors of the sky and the silhouettes of trees. It was calm, peaceful, and almost magical. The perfect quiet moment to let the day settle, breathe deep, and simply take in the beauty around us. So quiet that even a deer family wandered down from the forest to graze in the soft evening glow. They moved gracefully, unbothered by our presence, as if they too were savoring the peace of the moment. At this moment, we felt the harmony of nature. Everything felt perfectly still, calm, and magical. The sunsets were unforgettable too. Rivers of pink and orange melting into the lake, turning the whole world into a painting. It was in those moments I felt it most, how lucky we were to be here together. Because as beautiful as nature is, it becomes even more extraordinary when you share it with friends. Evenings were their own kind of magic. We sat by the fire, wrapped by the glow of flames, while the night sky sparkled with stars above. The lake whispered softly, and the cries of night birds echoed in the distance. There was a kind of peace there that felt timeless, the kind you carry with you long after the fire burns down. Next day, I woke up early and couldn't resist looking out the window. The world outside was bathed in golden light, wrapped in stillness and soft morning mist. I had to go down to the lake. I took the small trolley, and the view was mesmerizing. The sun was rising, large, golden, and gentle, casting its warm light over the landscape still wrapped in silence. A thin layer of mist floated above the water, dancing softly in the cool air, giving the whole scene an ethereal glow. The lake shimmered, glowing in a gentle warmth of the sun. The place where we had the fire last night looked completely different in a rising sun. What was a cozy circle of glowing embers under the starlit sky had transformed into a golden heaven of warmth and light. The sunlight streamed through the trees, painting everything with a soft amber glow. The lake sparkled, and air felt fresh and crisp. A single lonely boat, a reminder of long, warm summer days, was tied to a tree. It felt nostalgic, yet so tranquil. I wished I could freeze time and keep this moment tucked safely in my heart. A few other boats rested on the rocks, waiting for next summer's adventure. The trees around the water were painted in shades of red, orange, and gold. Autumn's finest display reflected perfectly on the glassy lake. The cottages looked so cozy, nestled among the colors. It was one of those mornings that fill you with peace, the kind that makes you stop, breathe, and simply marvel at how beautiful life can be. After a simple breakfast and coffee, we were on the road again. Just driving through the beautiful countryside on a warm autumn day fills you with a quiet sense of gratitude and happiness. After passing many lakes, we reached our destination for the day, the small, charming, and delightful town of Dorset. Robinson's General Store made us smile with its taxidermy bears, Mikey the Moose, and shelves full of everything from groceries and sporting gear to souvenirs, maple syrup, and knickknacks. We watched the water scooters buzzing playfully across the water. Unfortunately, some of the adorable little restaurants were already closing for the season. Only about 500 people live in Dorset during the winter. Once the tourists are gone, no restaurants or stores stay open. As romantic as it sounds, it must feel a little lonely. While walking around, we saw this little enchanting store open, and we decided to check it out. It was filled with handmade blankets, candles, lamps, and decor pieces that felt like treasures, waiting to warm someone's home. The cottage country is a place that radiates tranquility, a place that seeps into your soul. It makes you forget the world beyond. It is a place of grace, patience, and impossible serenity, a place that fills your heart with gratitude, makes you treasure the people you share it with, and fills you with pure delight simply for being able to experience it.